Okay, hi guys, we are rolling. This is Kelley Whilden. Welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here. I hope you guys are having a beautiful and blessed week. How is your week going? I would love to hear about it. So in this video, I will be sharing with you some good news and some bad news. So on Sunday, I auditioned for The Voice and it was so much fun. I was there pretty much all day for my audition, and the day before I strained my vocals somewhat by over singing, and I sang for 3 hours too long doing warm-ups, and then the following morning I woke up sounding like a dude, like a complete man. It was so bizarre, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have my voice audition today and I sound like a guy. And so I was up really early that morning. I got up super early, and I just tried to break through the hoarseness with some vocal warm-ups, which probably isn't the brightest idea, but I went ahead with that anyways because I did have my audition. And I warmed up for a good 2 hours, which again was a little too long. And to battle the nerves some more, I warmed up all throughout the time I was at The Voice and up until my actual audition. And it just, I think singing for too long is never a good thing, and I really don't recommend it at all. But that's just how I battled my nerves. And so I didn't make it to a callback, but there's always next time. And I did make some new friends there that are just such amazing artists, and I can't wait to audition again. And so the bad news about auditioning was just that I didn't make it to callback, but that's okay. I failed so many auditions in my life that I just look at them as learning experiences, and I try and figure out what needs to be worked on. And I do have a ton of work to do on my voice, and I think that you never really stop working on your voice. I think that you are always finding something new to incorporate into your craft, and so you just don't ever stop and you never give up. And so that's my advice, that if you're a singer, if you're an artist or model or an actor, you just have to use the auditions as a way and as a means to improve. And I think because I've been doing this for over 10 years that auditioning that is, I haven't been singing for over 10 years, but I think because I've been auditioning for so long that I just look at them as, you know, ways to improve myself. And so it was an amazing experience, and I had so much fun. Like, it was just so neat to be in such a giant venue with that many people coming from all over and singing their hearts out to make it onto that show, and it was just such a blessing. So that was the news that I wanted to start out with. And then, so some good news is that I'm currently ranked #1 in the Music Development Agency's singing contest, and that means that I have a chance to win a $100,000 music deal with them, and I'm currently ranked #1. And I can't even believe it. And thank you so much to everyone who has voted for me on Twitter and that has repeat voted for me. Every single vote counts, and you guys are absolutely amazing. And if you would like to vote for me, I will go ahead and include the information for that in the comment section below this video. And I believe that contest goes for 30 days. And so you can vote for me every day. You can vote for me as many times a day as you want, but I am currently ranked #1, and I pray that I can stay ranked #1 throughout the duration of the contest. So let's pray, let's pray, let's pray, let's pray. So yes, and thank you so much to the development agency for including me in this contest. I can't even believe that I've ranked #1. And oh, I should probably maybe mention that so I'm ranked #1 with over a reach of 1 million. That is, to me, I can't even like grasp that right now. Like, my mind is blown. So thank you so much to my friends and to my fans that have tweeted their votes. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I love you. As you know, well, maybe you don't know if you're new to my channel, but I am an artist, and music is my #1 passion. That's the thing that I work the most on. I completely forgot to mention that I'm just now getting my voice back, and I got my voice back yesterday. So after I got home from my voice audition, I could not leave that night. My voice was completely gone. Very croaky, very hoarse, just absolutely no voice. And I woke up the next day thinking that I had, I would say, about 85% of my voice back. And I went to an event that night. I lost my voice again, and I was able to sing yesterday, which was a blessing. And so I feel like my voice is just about back to normal. But I do have to be careful, especially with overstraining and things like that. So yeah, I can film a video now because I have my voice back. So why don't we, since we're on the topic of music and singing and all of that, I thought it would be a fun video to do a review of the Too Faced RockNRoll palette that I have had sitting on my vanity for quite some time now. I would say a good 6 months. I guess maybe I was just waiting for the right time to review it. But I just think that it is absolutely adorable, and I've also been dying to use it. I love that it says I love metal right there. I think that's really cute. And the roses and all of that. I just think it's adorable. And I actually really love this size. These are the kind of sizes of palettes that I like to travel with. Like, I feel like my Naked palettes by Urban Decay are amazing to travel with because they're really slender, and these are great because they're really short and slender, so they can just be thrown into your makeup bag, and they're just a really great size. And you guys know that I absolutely love my peanut butter and jelly palette, so I'm dying to see how this one applies on my eyes. And oh, my foot is falling asleep. We have a little helper in this video, but she's asleep on my lap. Yeah, she's asleep. So I went ahead and swatched these for you guys, and I did a close-up of the swatches on my arm so that you can see the individual shadows and how they apply. And so enjoy the swatches. Guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the swatches of the RockNRoll palette by Too Faced. And so the palette does come with 9 shades, and you guys have probably seen a review of this palette a million times over, so I'll try and keep my review pretty short. As you saw, the lighter shades here in the bigger pans, they didn't swatch as well as the other shades over here, but that's pretty normal because they are lighter in color. Okay, so we have the shade Rockabilly here, which is a skin toned shade that's very velvety, and that's going to make a beautiful just all over eye transition shade. And then we have New Wave here, that's a light pink color, and it feels to the touch like it has some overspray, but it's actually just some little glitters, and that shade is also very velvety and blends really nicely. And I think that will be great for an all over eye shade as well if you're into some teeny tiny glitters. And then we have the shade called New Romantic here, which I think could be just a really beautiful all over eye shade just to quickly throw on the eye, like if you don't have any time to get ready and you just need something on your eye. Like, I think that's like a really pretty, just neutral, normal, natural shade that I think is dark enough to where it can just be worn all over the eye, and you may or may not need to add any color into it, but it is a pretty color. And I do like the way that it swatches, and it has like a slight sheen to it, which is really pretty. And so we have the shades Rap, Ska, Pop, Heavy Metal, Glam Rock, and Punk. And my favorite shades out of them all are Wrap, which is this gold shade here, and Ska. I think Ska is going to be the shade that I'm going to apply today because it's just a beautiful, I think, shade for daytime looks, and it is the daytime here in LA, so I thought that that would be a pretty shade to wear. And the other shades swatched really great as well, and the only thing I'll say about them is that they do have some glitters to them, but they are really teeny tiny soft glitters that I think that will look really beautiful at night for like a smoky eye. And that's what I think all of these 4 shades here are really great for a smoky eye. And I think Wrap here will be a beautiful shade to just pop in the center of the lid to finish off an eye look. I think that that's just such a beautiful shade, and it's swatched like just a dream, like super buttery and super metallic, just a really beautiful shade. And yeah, so the shade Heavy Metal, the glitters in this shadow are not navy blue like the shadow. The glitters are like a pink, sort of like magenta color, or just maybe a pink color. It's hard to kind of tell. So I think that that would be really pretty to wear as, you know, as a smoky eye at nighttime. I most likely would not be wearing that shade during the day. It's just a bit too dark for me, but Glam Rock I could potentially wear during the day. I think it's a really pretty, like, green, olive green sort of shade. I would wear this during the day for sure. And it has like some teeny tiny gold glitters in it. And Pop has matching glitters. So I would say Glam Rock and Heavy Metal don't have the same color of glitters in it as the actual shadow, but Pop does. It has like a pink purpley glitter in it, which goes with the color of the shadow. And I think this color is a beautiful, beautiful shade if you have blue eyes and you're looking for a smoky eye. These sorts of shades always make the blue in your eyes pop, and maybe that's why it's called Pop. Probably not, but I'm just saying that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the review part of the shadows. Oh, and I would say that this tin case is really durable for travel, and it also has a mirror, which I didn't show in the video because I like to just leave the little card in there. I don't know, I think it's really cute. But the mirror is actually behind that card, and I just love that it fits into the palm of your hand. It's just the absolute perfect size. So why don't we go ahead and get started with an eyeshadow look with this palette. So I will mention to you that I do have on my base using my Wet n Wild foundation in the shade Soft Beige. That's all over my face. And then under my eyes, for my concealer, I used my Wet n Wild foundation in the shade called Soft Ivory. This has been my go-to under eye concealer ever since I discovered that it makes an outstanding concealer. So I have been loving those. And that's on my face right now. And then for my bronzer, I'm very pale still. Very pale still. So for my bronzer, I hope I'm still in frame. So for my bronzer today, I am wearing my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in the shade Light to Medium. And what else? Prior to putting on my base, I moisturize my skin with my Honey Girl Organics The Lotion Face and Body that I absolutely love. And for blush, I just popped on some of my Physicians Formula Happy Booster in the shade Warm. So I highlighted my skin with my Anastasia Glow Kit, and I mixed the shades Tourmaline and Moonstone for my cheek highlight. And I might be using this to highlight the inner eyes after I'm done with my eyeshadow look with the Too Faced palette. We shall see. So, and then for lips, I'm wearing my Wet n Wild shade called Blossom Out, and just a gloss over the top of that, and my MAC Spice lip liner. So let's go ahead and put together an eye look that hopefully will coordinate with the rest of my makeup. So I'm using my Urban Decay palette for my mirror because it's a huge mirror, as I don't have my normal mirror that I use in here. And so that's going to help me apply the makeup. Okay, so I'm going to prime my eyes with one of my favorite primers that I've been loving. I guess it's not really a primer, but I'm going to use it as a primer. It is this e.l.f. Molten Liquid Eyeshadow. and it is in the shade Rose Gold. At first, I wasn't really into this liquid shadow because it is part of their Aqua line. I think it's called the Aqua line. And at first, when I first started using it, I wasn't really into it because it seemed a little bit too watery. But then I just decided that I liked the water because it kind of just made the shadow look like your skin but better, and with like a slight sheen and a beautiful rose gold shade and not too thick of an eyeshadow, which I think for natural looks is really pretty. And it is a bit metallic, but not metallic in a way where it looks too metallic for the daytime, if you know what I mean. So that's going to be the first shade that I lay down, and I like that it has a doe foot applicator as well. So let's go ahead and just pop some of that on. And sometimes during the day I'll just pop this shade on and not even apply anything else. And you can take it all the way up to the brow if you want, because it's a really beautiful brow highlight as well. Okay, so that is on. You could go a little bit thicker with it if you wanted to. So that's just the first application of it, but you could add a little bit more if you wanted to. So I'm going to take the shade Rockabilly, use my Wet n Wild blending brush, and just pop that all over the eyes. I'm not taking that all the way up to the brow bone, I'm just keeping it like up to my crease. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the shade called Ska, and I'm using my Lorac brush and just popping that all over the eye. Oh, that is pretty. All the way out to the corner here. I hope there's not too much light blaring onto my face from my lights that are on either side of the camera. It's hard. Lighting is definitely not my forte. So I kind of just throw that on both eyes, and then I just go back and forth and try and get them even. I like this brush because it just rests perfectly into your hand. It's on the shorter side, and it just gives you a little bit more control over what you're doing, which is really nice, which is why it's one of my favorite smoky eye brushes as well. I guess that's what this look is going to be. It's going to be kind of a smoky eye, but for daytime kind of look. And this is kind of a similar shade that I wore to my audition on Sunday. I wore that e.l.f. liquid shadow as the base that day. And then I wore like a bronzy shade on top of it. Make sure, so now I'm just checking to make sure things are even. The shadow is really pretty. It kind of naturally on its own has a sheen to it, but because I use that molten e.l.f. shadow, gives it even more of a sheen, which is really pretty. Has that been in your guys' way the whole time, this mirror? I hope not. Isn't doing makeup so relaxing? I hope my mirror was not interfering with your view of the application. I guess we shall find out in the editing process. Makeup is so relaxing. I love doing makeup. It's so fun. I like doing makeup on other people too. It's so much fun. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush and just go over all of that. And then I'm going to take that same shade with a different brush. I'm just going to use this brush here. It's like this soft, smudgy brush. I'm taking that same Ska shade underneath my eyes, lightly. That. See how that looks. Things even yet? Okay. And then I'm gonna take just this e.l.f. foundation brush and I'm just gonna lick it and just clean up the edges. Like that. Okay, and now I need to pop on some mascara. Curl in my lashes first. Let's see if there's any other colors from this palette that we could pop on today. I guess we could take New Romantic. So I'm going to take the shade New Romantic right here and just pop that onto the inner upper eye area. Right here, just for some brightening. So the camera shut off, so it may or may not have mentioned that there isn't really a shade in here for brow highlighting. I mean, you could use these shades, but they don't really go with the shade that I put on. Like, I don't really want a pink on the upper brow bone area. And Rockabilly is matte. I kind of want like a more metallic sort of shade up there. So I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Vice palette and I'm just going to use the shade called Last Sin. Whoa. And put that on my upper brow bone area and my inner eye corners. Kind of taking that up to like onto the upper eye area just for some extra brightening. Going to apply some mascara using my Pacifica Dream Big Mascara. So I'm going to hop off camera and apply that and I shall return. I popped on some mascara, used my Pacifica Dream Big Mascara, and sometimes I like to apply mascara before applying any eyeliner and things like that. And so I'm just kind of checking to see if I need to add any like darker liner to my upper lashes, and I think I might just add a little bit. And I'm just going to use this brush here. It's this e.l.f. smudge brush. The bristles of this are not the softest in the world and they actually kind of hurt, but I really like the shape of this brush. It really gets into that like upper lash area and goes over like and you can make it curve over your eye because your eye does curve right there. It goes over, and so this is nice because it goes with the curve in your upper eye. So I like to use this for my shadow on the upper eye, but it doesn't feel very good. I hope they come out with a softer one of this. And so I'm just gonna take the shade, let's go with a green liner. I'm gonna take the shade called Punk, and I'm gonna use that for some lining. I'm just sweeping it upward and outward into the V. Like that. And I'll go back in and blend it in just a moment. I think this green color goes good with the Ska shade because there's a somewhat of a slight olivey tone in that shade, and I feel like it goes good with this green liner. Oh, a little bit too much, but oh well. Let's just have fun with that. And I'm just going to blend that out. So that just kind of helps to add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more darkness to the eye. Definition. Could take a little bit of liner closer to the lash line. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to take an angled brush. I'm going to use this Lorac angled brush and take that green shade again. Punk. Take Punk and just tap that onto my lower lashes like that. Now if you noticed, I did not take that Punk shade to the outer area. That would really close off my eye. I just applied it to that section of lashes, like right there. So I took the angled brush and I kind of crammed that shade underneath the lashes and basically on top of the lash, but underneath the lash, so I'll show you again. So I took this and I take that shade and I just pack it underneath the lashes, but pretty much onto the lash, like that, just for a little bit more definition. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other side. That. Ooh! Ooh, Nelly! And, oh, hi, baby girl. Are you gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna say hi to everybody? Let's, yeah, you're gonna say hi. Do you want some makeup on, honey? Do you wanna wear some eyeshadow? You gonna say hello? Take my lash curler that has my shedding long blonde hairs in it. Jeez Louise. And I basically just give my lashes one more curl gently. That. Give it one more look, and then you could stop here if you wanted to, or you could take a black or like a gray or any color you want, because the beauty of art is that you can do whatever you want to your eyes. And you can take a black and you can put that on the waterline. So let's go ahead and do that. Or you could do like a nude shade, but I'm just gonna use black. This look is very similar to what I wore to my audition on Sunday to The Voice. And let's see how that looks. And I also took the black onto my lower lashes. Like that. Fine. What are you doing over there? And I took it on the waterline on the upper eye corners as well. And when I put it there, I apply it, and then I take that same e.l.f. brush, if I can find it, and then I just buff it in. So I kind of smudge it in right there, like that. And if any of the black gets like down onto my eye, I just also smudge it in with a smudge brush. And so let's go ahead and add the black to the corner on the other eye. Like that. Smudge it in. Like that. So this is the finished eye look, you guys. This is very similar to what I wore to the Voice audition. If I remember correctly, I don't think that I put mascara on my lower lashes. And it was really because I didn't have any time. But I think maybe I added mascara after I got there. So this is the finished eye look, you guys. And it's a little bit darker around the eye, like with the liner and things like that, than I had anticipated wearing today, but I just kind of felt like going for it. And there are days that I like to do that, and I think that it's fun. Like, I just love putting makeup on. There's so much fun in it. It's kind of like it's just an art form, and it's just so much fun. Okay, so just a few things I wanted to include in the review of this RockNRoll Too Faced palette. It would have been nice if they would have included like a highlight shade for the brow bone and that sort of thing. I do think that you can use possibly New Wave for that, but depends on if you want glitter flecks up in that brow bone area. I don't mind like a metallic-y shade up there, but sometimes glitter is not really what I want on my brow area. But I do think that it is doable and you could do it. But yeah, it would have been nice to have a highlight shade in here. But overall, I absolutely love this palette. I think it's an amazing palette if you need a palette for smoky eyes. There are several shades in here that are great for a smoky eye, and I think that this is great for nighttime looks. And you can do some really great daytime looks with this palette as well, because you do get like, you know, you get the softer shades. And Ska, like what I put on today, is a perfect shade for day. Glam Rock you can also wear with a light hand during the day. And you can also build that up for nighttime wear as well. And so yes, I absolutely love this. I think it's great for travel, and just I think this will probably be my go-to for smoky eye looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review of this palette, and I also hope that you enjoyed this makeup look. If you have any questions about it, please leave this for me in the comment section below this video. If you're interested in voting for me in the Music Development Agency music contest for my chance to win a $100,000 music deal, your support would be absolutely amazing. So I will go ahead and leave those details in the comment section below this video as well. And again, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to leave me any suggestions you have for any videos that you're wanting to see on my channel and that sort of thing. I would be happy to put that together for you. And until my next video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. God bless, and mwah!